Tobago. Oh my gosh, what a start. What a rush to start actually. David Walsh, UTAM Chairman, Progressive Empowerment Party, as well as Precious Cruikshank. Hold on. Hold on. The Women's Arm Chairman to the Progressive Empowerment Party. I wanted to get it right tonight.
Thank you, David Walsh.
Apparently last night I did not say it and persons made a little bit of an issue that I did not call Precious the Women's Arm Chairman to the Progressive Empowerment Party. So good night to everyone joining us. We are live.
Yes,
Look
we
at
are. We are live, David. And
This-
good night to the people of Trinidad and Tobago. This is our 6th episode of What's
Yes, it
Next.
is. Yes, it is.
Absolutely. And, you know,
Well, we
we're
are
getting ready for something big tomorrow.
exactly. We're not in the usual space.
Setting,
You know,
exactly.
the usual setting. We cast the table
Yes.
aside today, and we're in the Progressive Empowerment Party's
Correct.
head office, which will be opening tomorrow. So we don't want to spoil it, but it will be opening tomorrow, and you'll see a cast of persons, a
Yes.
cast of pep characters, as well as a bunch of other characters in Trinidad and Tobago speaking at the opening of our office
Correct.
tomorrow.
Yes.
But Precious, how are you? Talk to us.
I am
Come
doing
on.
absolutely good, David. It has been a long day, but you know, new things ahead, new updates. We have an acting commissioner who just returned from vacation.
Well, that's the thing. Director,
So-
put up that picture now, please, with the front page of the, is it Express?
Guardian.
Guardian. The front page of the Guardian today, Trinidad and Tobago. The front page of the Guardian looks like this. Jacob's last day.
He looks a bit shocked there. But
For real.
yes, his last day. He's back from vacation. And basically his fate is not known. But we would wait and see what his fate may be.
He's not the commissioner of police. Acting commissioner in limbo as contract ends.
Yep.
No extension or return to work order.
Mm-hmm.
So thank the Lord this man is gone. But given that the new president is coming in March,
Yes.
really soon, the new president coming in March, I wait with bated breath or bated breath to see who the new commissioner of police will be.
Yes.
Because you know, meritless come to the president and go back to the commission, the police service commission. So we'll see what happens with this one.
Exactly.
We'll see what happens exactly with Trinidad and Tobago when it is this new president, the president-elect is what we call it,
Yes.
is in office, and she takes up office as Parliament Week's term comes to end in, is it March of this year, March of 2023, the term comes to an end. Well, the president is always nowhere to be found. She's missing in action.
Very silent.
So
and
maybe
everything.
she should just retire already. I mean, she's getting a lump sum, a large payment. You know, she's getting a large sum of money regardless of. So she should just retire, go her way, and allow the president-elect Christine Kangaloo to take up office and to actually do what you never did, which is nothing. All right?
Hoping that we anticipate that she does something. Huh? We anticipate that she speaks more often and she's present more often with current affairs that is happening in our society and is affecting all of us. I hope she uses her power that she knows she has as president and use it for the benefit of the people of Trinidad.
Use it
and
to get
Tobago.
rid of Keith Christopher Rowley. The country is very clear now. Today, Trinidad and Tobago, obviously the UNC protest. I mean, UNC could not miss out on the opportunity to tell Rowley that he must go because, you know, the UNC revolution is really revolutionizing
Yeah.
Trinidad and Tobago. The opposition came out with their pots and pans a few months about, or a year ago actually,
Yeah.
because we're in a new year. They came out with their pots and pans promising a people's revolution. Kamala Prasad says the only revolution that we want is for you as well as opposition leader to step down
Correct.
and leave the reign for someone else. But you know, she won't do that. She want to go like the queen, all right? She want to
Until the
die in
end.
power. She want to die in
Until
power,
the end.
unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
So I saw Marsha Walker, and Marsha Walker, congrats to you, Marsha. You are actually trending for almost the right reasons in Trinidad and Tobago with the Commission of Inquiry that the Progressive Empowerment Party, actually the political leader of the Progressive Empowerment Party, Philip Edward Alexander, have been speaking about a very long time. In fact, he was there when the divers died. He was the one that made that issue
Yes,
an issue
that made
it
that
news.
issues news,
National,
exactly.
just
That
like
is it.
Wildflower Park, and it's not us taking credit, and we're saying thank you so much, Marsha Walker,
Yeah.
for actually bringing light to the situation that already had a lot of light from the Progressive
Kudos
Empowerment
to her,
Party.
yes.
Firstly, and I know Ms. Alexander doesn't want to politicize it as much, and that is why he stays away. You know, with Andrea Barrett and everything that happened with Andrea Barrett, what persons have to say about us being involved. So we're involved, but we're not directly involved, all right?
Correct.
So Marsha Walker, kudos to you. But Marsha Walker was out at the Red House today, Trinidad and Tobago. And I heard her say that, you know, she's out here alone. I don't think so, because that was a UNC-based protest.
Correct.
And I can't wait to hear what Aisha Wells on the other side are going to say about that really soon on radio. But that was a UNC protest today outside of the Red House. And, well, Director, just play for us the first clip.
Keith Rowley, you're afraid, ain't? You're afraid, Marsha Walker. You send your TTPS to make sure that I had to stay inside Woodford Square. Listen to what's going on. Look at what's going on. But Marsha Walker, of all people, had to stay inside Woodford Square. We go see. We go see. Your day will come, partner. Your day will come. Watch. I inside Woodford Square. I'm following the law. I'm following the law. It's not even the law. You cannot stop me from assembling, partner. You can't stop me. You're a dictator. That's nastiness. You send a TTPS letter to stop Marsha Walker and say Marsha Walker had to stay inside Woodford Square? Look at what's going on. Look at what's going on. Everybody else, if it was a security issue, you would have, just like when we started, just like when we opened Parliament, you issued traffic restrictions, etc., and you stopped citizens from passing certain areas. If today was a special day, you had a right to have traffic restrictions. You had a right to stop regular citizens from passing the Red House, but you did not. But because you hear Marsha Walker going on be here, you send a TTPS letter to make me stay inside of the square? Your day will come, partner. Your day will come. But what you're showing is you're scared. You're scared.
So that was Marsha Walker today in front of the Red House,
Exactly.
and I give her kudos there because she stood her grounds.
That's right.
Behind bars. Director, that picture there that I just put on your system for you. Put up that picture.
Oh, wait, David, that's
exactly.
you? Yes.
You see the difference between those on that side and those on this side, and come back to us. The real rebels are here inside of the office of the Progressive Empowerment Party, Trinidad and Tobago. Because while they talk and they say Rowley is scared, they will still do what Rowley tell them to do and stay behind bars.
Yeah.
Or the conversation on radio tomorrow, the conversation on social media today should be why you didn't stand up more for the people instead of being on social media and say Rowley is scared, Rowley is this, Rowley is that. It's easy. It's easy to take a phone and do this, go live and say Rowley is scared, pop the picture.
But David, one other thing, she stated
Pop
that
the
it's
picture,
not
Director.
law. She stated she is abiding to the law, but however, then she retracted her statement to say, but this is not law.
If it is
So
not
if it
law,
was
step outside.
Step out of the gate.
Step outside. You went there for a reason. You went there to say Rowley must go. Step outside,
Correct.
Marsha Walker. Step outside. Do like this activist here, this former activist here on TV now, and let the police lock you up. And Marsha Walker, I'm telling you, come back, Director. I'm telling you, Marsha Walker, had I known that the police had locked up Marsha Walker, we would have been there for you.
Of course.
We would have come outside wherever Central Station.
Wherever.
They could take it to Tobago.
Correct.
We coming to Tobago and we standing for you.
That's
but
right.
don't tell me you're going to make a video and say, Rowley is scared. When you scared to step outside, play the next clip, Director.
That's right.
Here we have Marsha Walker. Marsha, come on, I want to get a word with you. Why are you in the square and not on the street with us?
Because the TTPS sent a letter and tell me I can't come on the pavement at the same time.
And how are you feeling about that?
I think the citizens need to see how much of a dictatorship we're living in. When we can try to single out citizens and stop my right to protest. I'm not here with nobody. Look, I stand up by myself. Right? How you could choose me to say I can't come outside there? If this was a special day, you'll see during the inauguration of the president, they will have traffic restrictions, they will have all them kind of things, so I will understand that. When the Senate and the lower house open, They had traffic restrictions, I understand that. But they had no traffic restrictions, they had no restrictions around today. Today's not no special sitting or anything. And look, all of y'all are being allowed. All of y'all are being allowed.
Quite
so
right.
tell me why it is I am told to stay inside the Woodford Square. Rowley scared. That's the only thing it could be. They're scared now. But let this be a lesson to Trinidad and Tobago. It will start with one person. One person that the dictator thinks is too much of a threat. They will start to call them out, put them aside. It will reach to your doorstep just now. Or let's stay and don't fight. Or let's stay quiet in your house and don't fight. It will reach to all just now.
Correct.
But that's alright. My children important, so I go fight for my children. Or they don't want to fight for all the children. I go stand up by myself and fight.
And we heard it there from Marsha Walker, guys, one of our temporary senators for the UNC. She got a letter from the TTPS indicating she cannot come onto the streets and she has to stay behind the confines of
Yana, cut closer, not director, cut closer. You're on this white shirt, you go ahead. And you so close to me, why is this? COVID is a real thing, you know.
Excuse you. I was here standing first before you came back. Okay?
The director say you don't give her wrong, right? He say you don't give her wrong because she have citizenship outside. And she want to fly out too. Marsha want to go away too. Marsha, listen, if it is your name man, like Rowley and them that say, or they told the opposition, come outside.
Come outside. If your name man,
come outside. Marsha, if your name man, come outside. You locked up behind the gates taking water while Rowley sit down in the parliament scared of you is what you're saying?
My thing is, if you state it is not law, then you should not allow any piece of paper to restrict you from doing exactly what you want to do.
Listen, one day gave me, I don't want to rip up your cue cards. What is this? All right, this was stripped from the last show. When the TTPS gave me a ticket from the last time I walked from Mover to Port of Spain. Actually, no, this was from Sawa to Port of Spain. And I was flying the Trinidad and Tobago flag high. And my mask was pulled down and all kind of thing. And they come and give me a ticket. You know what I do, Marsha? I said, I'm not taking that. I'm not taking that ticket. I rip up the ticket in front of them. Here them now go and hold he. For what? For a ticket? This is not law. That is the problem. If your name man, Marsha Walker, if it is not law, Marsha Walker, step outside and stand up outside. And I'm telling you, if they had arrested you, Marsha Walker, just as you were there for me, I would be there for you, Marsha Walker, right there in front of the station, and we would have get locked up together. I mean about Precious, but we would have get locked up together.
I would stand and support both of you guys, definitely.
That's
I would
the
not
thing.
make you guys go down alone.
Because we
are
know
in this
together. And one people under one flag is what the Progressive
That's
Empowerment
right.
Party stands for.
Correct.
And Marsha Walker, I am telling you, come on this side, Marsha Walker, come across to the Progressive Empowerment Party.
That's
It
right.
is one people under one flag. So therefore, Marsha Walker, you see how UNC leave you alone outside there? That's not my words. You said you were alone.
That's
It's
right.
a one-man show, Marsha. I'm telling you, Progressive Empowerment Party, we, myself, Precious, all of the 10 shadow MPs, well, 11 shadow MPs, Marissa would have come down from San Fernando.
Yes.
Which constituency?
Oropouche.
Oropouche. Marissa would have come down from
Correct.
Oropouche's UNC. Rudal Mudilal.
Correct.
Rudal ain't standing up outside there with your Marsha.
The fact that she stated that she is there alone
Exactly.
is shameful.
Marsha is a former independent senator.
Exactly.
How you can tell me, Marsha Walker, you outside there alone and then your party standing for the people when your party ain't even stand up for you outside there as well,
That's
Marsha
right.
Walker? The PNM tell you can't come outside. If I was opposition and if Philip Alexander was opposition as well, Philip Alexander would have said, come beyond the gates. If the lock all you up, I standing for you.
That's right.
What your opposition say?
Nothing.
What the Kamla Prasad Dissasa do?
Nothing.
What the Kamla Prasad Dissasa say? And your independent senator, attached, well not independent, a UNC
Marsha
senator.
Walker, we want you.
Come across,
Come
Marsha.
across.
The Progressive
We
Empowerment
would
Party.
not make you stand alone.
Not at all. One man show nothing. It is all of us together, Trinidad and Tobago. All of us against this dictator,
That's right.
Christopher Rowley. It's not now we know he's a dictator. It's not now.
It is not now. He has been and forever.
will be a dictator. That is the Prime Minister that we have here today, Marsha Walker. In case you did not know, and you had to go outside there to stand up and get wet in rain to know Marsha Walker, at least now you know. Keith Christopher Rowley is a dictator. And while Kamala Persad-Bissessar might not be a dictator, she has no chance against Keith Rowley. He has proven that in all the elections that he won.
The thing is, David, even if she's not a dictator, she can't stand with you. And you could clearly see that she wasn't there with you. For an independent senator to say that she's there alone speaks loud, speaks very loud. And let me tell you, you will not be standing alone in the Progressive Empowerment Party. Our political leader will never make you stand alone behind those walls of Victoria Square. Would never. We would stand with you because you are standing there for a reason. And it is not law that they're supposed to keep you behind there. Absolutely not.
They give you a letter from the TT. Where's that letter? Did anyone see that letter? Or she doing it for views? Did anyone see that? I'm going on Marsha page now. Did anyone see that letter, Trinidad and Tobago? Where's that letter that Marsha supposedly got? I searched on her page, right? You tell me when you see that letter. When you see that letter, you show me.
There's no letter. I'm not seeing anything.
I'm looking for the letter that Marsha supposedly got from the TTPS. I've seen it here. I've seen it here.
Yes, that's it.
Made to your application dated January 12, 2023. Please be what? Informed approval has been granted for your client, Mr. Who is this? And Marsha Walker to have a peaceful assembly within Woodford Square. But why? I want to see the letter that was written. No, I want to see the letter that was written to the TTPS in order for you to get this permission. That's what I want to see.
No, they
and
gave
that
her
would
the
speak
approval.
volumes.
They gave her the approval to assemble, but probably they are telling her she could not have go beyond the gates of Victoria Square.
Look, watch that. I don't want to see nothing again. Director, take a break.
Darren's Air Conditioning Services. Professional services at affordable prices. They have air conditioning units starting at $2,700 with free delivery, installation, and Wi-Fi ready. We supply Pioneer, Lennox, Comfy, and Infinity, all at unbeatable prices. Servicing of a 12,000 BTU at only $150. Don't forget to check them out on Google, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. So contact Darren's Air Conditioning Services at 749-8245. Darren's Air Conditioning Services. Professional services at affordable prices.
So we are back. Someone asked why we don't call out Philip Alexander, right? Listen, you count the amount of times you see Kamla Persad-Bissessar versus the amount of times you've seen and hearing from Philip Edward Alexander. In fact, I just came back from Mova. I rushed from Mova up here because we went to the home once again of Nathaniel Bruto. Nathaniel Bruto, who was brutally murdered a week ago or so in Santa Cruz. And he's from Laventille East Mova. Yeah. And by the way, they saw no UNC. Karim Baird. Where's Karim Baird? Karim Baird is the person that went up for Laventille East Mova. When I tell you all that come 2025 is a hard fight, is a hard battle, Trinidad and Tobago, that the PNM and the UNC going to get, especially in Laventille East Mova for myself, it's going to be very hard. Karim Baird got 1,000 votes or so. I'm telling you, come 2025 Trinidad and Tobago, the amount of votes that going to come the Progressive Empowerment Party way, I ain't even playing right now.
We're not playing. It's going to be difficult
for
the UNC and the PNM to win that fight.
Knock on wood is what they say. So when you ask where's Philip and call on Philip Alexander, if I call Philip phone now, Philip's short answer. If I call Kamla phone now,
you're sure to get WhatsApp.
WhatsApp? That is too much. That is if she knows how to text. But anyway. So Trinidad and Tobago, as we continue, and that's one of the famous show I love watching, Slam 100.5 every morning. But as we do continue Trinidad and Tobago, you know, we know that we have a dictator as a prime minister, but what we're doing about the dictator prime minister, a lot of persons say protesting don't make sense, all right? The people that came outside there at the Red House today to protest anything, you know that they are UNC people, all right? UNC people came outside there and protest. The people that are displeased with the PNM, they're not going out there because they are saying that they are not voting for the United National Congress. They rather just not vote. We need to be able to bridge the gap between those people and also people that are not voting for the UNC and not voting for the PNM.
Correct.
Plenty of people say, oh, we're trying to capture UNC votes and this and that and the other. We don't have time for that. In fact, one of the things that we always speak about here internally in the PEP is that we need to, or we will not be engaging in any tit-for-tat fights between UNC, PEP, and PNM.
Correct.
Our battle is to win an election, Trinidad and Tobago. Director, go back and check that, Director, check your camera quick. It was just cutting off. We say here in the Progressive Empowerment Party that we are not studying that petty bickering between UNC and PNM. What we want to do is initiate change. That's what we want to do. That's what we want to do, Trinidad and Tobago, initiate change.
Each citizen has the right to vote. There isn't no UNC vote we're trying to get or PNM vote we're trying to get. We are trying to get the vote of the citizens of Trinidad.
We get in.
We get in. Thank you. The votes of the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. Because we are giving to them everything that is needed for us to move forward within Trinidad and Tobago. We are stagnant. Where are we going?
Nowhere.
You see the prices of baby milk?
Yes.
You see the prices of Pampers? You see the prices of food items? Where are we going? We're going downhill. We're not going uphill. We're going down. And every single day, as things get worse, what are we doing? Are we going to continue to have a fight between who is UNC, who is PNM,
what Kamla do, what Keaton do?
Absolutely not. I don't care what Kamla does. She's not doing anything for us. She's the opposition, but what she's doing for the citizen, nothing. What is the Prime Minister doing for the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago? Absolutely nothing. Stunting everywhere. Stunting. His ministers, stunting. And what? We are tired. We don't want no stunts. We want real results. And the only way and only place you would get real results is in the Progressive Empowerment Party. We don't fake it till we make it. We actually do the work and let you see the results. Exactly. We are it.
That's the difference. We are it. We are the only party that offers a real semblance of change.
Yes.
And let me tell you why. The UNC, the PNM, and all of them stunt on social media. You go outside and you can find a PEP representative anywhere near you.
That's
when we go up in Laventille East Mova for the first time, you know what they say? They say nobody touch here yet.
Nobody.
No UNC, no PNM, no councillor, no nothing. Only y'all, and we appreciate that.
That's right. They are thankful that we came to show support for the family that is grieving. When we went up this place, David, is Lupino. Yes,
We went Lopino
when
too.
we went to Lopino, and the guy was showing us about the tree, the situation with the tree and his home.
Yes.
And
that was late in the night too.
exactly, late in the night. And you know what he said? He is thankful. He know that we don't have the power to make anything happen now for that situation. But he said he is thankful that he is seeing a party coming, people, representatives from a party coming to listen, to give an ear to the problems that they are facing. Because you know what? People want you to listen to them. We are tired of just sitting down and listening to the people that we place in our parliament. In our parliament, the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago's parliament, instead of they listen to the people, if they take time to shut up and listen to the people, they would hear the cries of the nation saying, we can't take any more. We need you to do what you were supposed to do when you got elected. How much years ago? Wasting time? No.
Now, I spoke to, before I got here as well, I spoke to resident of Laventille East Movement, and mainly in Coconut Drive, because that's where it was. Now, Coconut Drive have been known recently, at least in Laventille East Mover, for a lot of crime and criminality taking place, shooting and gun violence and everything like that. And I spoke to the young lady. She's from Laventille East Movement, and a young lady, I may add her. She said that she would have voted in the past once for UNC, majority of the time for PNM, and she said that the constituency or the area is well known for being PNM, heavily voting PNM. And she said that the amount of people that are very much upset, and she asked me a question. She said, what are your plans for the youths?
Yeah.
And I answered her. I said, right now, what youths need in Trinidad and Tobago is a stable income. Another stable income that coming from the government, that coming from the state. Because the moment in which that changes Trinidad and Tobago, you're going to have mass retrenchment. You don't believe me? Look at Petrotrin. Look at Asalmital. Look at Caroni. Look at all of these state-run entities. What we need is that strong development between private sector or with the private sector to initiate that economic growth that Trinidad and Tobago needs. Now in the interim, because we can't just build private sector in just 1 year.
We can't.
We can't.
It's impossible, exactly.
So what's the interim plan? What's the initial plan for job creation? The Progressive Empowerment Party tells you that through development, through sustainable development, Trinidad and Tobago is where that employment will firstly come, and with the breakdown of the awarding of contracts, because no more would we be given mega contracts to persons outside of Trinidad or persons outside of your constituency. We will be given contracts within your constituency, so therefore youths can get a job, a sustainable job as well, and that will also create more jobs as well within the community, because you're putting up infrastructure.
And you know, David, something I would like to add to that is that although, so you go into a constituency, a community, right? Some of the, let's say, sole traders or medium-sized businesses may not have the resources that they need to complete or start a job or a contract per se. And let's say you hire a large organization, it should be mandatory that they subcontract the small and medium-sized organizations within those constituencies and ensure that they employ the young people within that constituency and ensure that they have work, right? Sometimes, because it's true, sometimes you need a larger organization because they have the resources, they have the funding. But do not forget, make it mandatory in the document that they have to sign that you must hire, subcontract smaller businesses and also medium-sized businesses and ensure that the young people are employed.
Correct, and that is a way to grow economic growth in Trinidad, to have economic growth in Trinidad and Tobago. Now, let me just read, yes, we want real results. We want to build this country into a better future for each and every one. We are tired of PNM and UNC. We want PEP, betterment for the people. Your eye for change, people, TNT going downhill. We have to bring it back. TNT, vote PEP. And I agree. Now, it's not just that. It's not just, you know, that development through the private sector that is just going to magically bring about economic growth for Trinidad and Tobago. But one thing that you must take a look at Trinidad and Tobago is your food, okay?
Correct.
Because if we continue along the lines of importing food, we are going to lose out. We're going to lose consistently each and every single year.
Big time.
Billions of TT
Billions
dollars.
of dollars.
Not just TT, US dollars, billions of it.
And you know,
how do we save that pressure?
You know what is upsetting, David, is the fact that we have such a high import bill, and during the COVID, it was a big story, you know, and the Minister of Agriculture at the then time was under pressure in terms of why are we not producing what we could produce in Trinidad and Tobago, and all the grants they say they were giving to farmers, and all this and all that they were giving to farmers. Not one farmer I ever heard say that they receive a grant at all. $100,000 for this, $100,000 for that, nothing. So they keep promising people about certain things and nothing is coming to existence. Let me tell you something. Wait. Let me tell you something, David. A promise is a comfort to a fool, and we are not going to be fooled any longer by this PNM government. We are no longer going to be fooled. We are productive citizens, we are efficient, we are well educated, and no matter what field or what industry you belong to, you have the skills and knowledge to do what you have to do. And it is time for Trinidad and Tobago not to just sit back and take any more nonsense, but to get up and stand up together. Do what you should do, because we are not doing what we should do now. Some citizens.
That is voting.
Voting, exactly.
Because right now, you see, Marsha Walker and them what they're doing now on the streets, right? They're not going to bring about any change, you know. You know why it's not going to bring out any change? Director, where's a policy? I need a policy. I need a policy in my hand. My hand scratching for a policy, Director. Get my policy real quick, Director. Well, look how quick we just work. Look, you ask for it,
you get
and you get it.
That's
just
right.
like that. You see, you know why protesting don't make any sense? You want to know why?
Tell us, David.
And that is, it doesn't make sense, Trinidad and Tobago. As I open up the Bible right here,
that's right.
I'm going to use this against me in 2025, but say what? When I open up this Bible, Trinidad and Tobago, I see a number 15 policy called Public Office Reform that is not enacted just yet. I see a policy called Electoral Reform that is not enacted just yet. I see a policy called An End to Corruption that is not enacted just yet. I see a policy, a war on poverty. I almost choked today. You know why I almost choked? Because that right there, Trinidad and Tobago, is what we fail to acknowledge, that this country have a lot of poverty.
Yes.
But all these policies, Trinidad and Tobago, are not enacted just yet. So everything that they do outside the parliament, everything they do on the streets will have no meaning to it. And it is because a Progressive Empowerment Party has not been put into office to enact any of these policies.
Correct.
And a United National Congress government, a UNC government, does not care about any policies that would really develop Trinidad and Tobago.
Exactly.
A People's National Movement does not care about any of these policies to develop a better Trinidad and Tobago. Not just a better TNT, but a prosperous TNT. A TNT where we all can say is home.
Exactly.
Director, take a break.
JC Men, Gen Couture and Studio 52, your one-stop shop that meets all your needs. From men's clothing to women's fashion, it's all here under one roof. This is shopping galore and fashion with a difference at Studio 52. Come visit us. We're located at Penco Street, Chaguanas, or call us today at 1-868-775-1747.
Trinity Lighting welcomes you to our store
at 123 Western Main Road, St. James.
Trinity Lighting carries a wide range of bulbs such as incandescent, halogen, CFL, and LEDs for any application. We are specialized in light bulbs and parts for medical, marine, residential, and commercial use. Contact us today at 868-628-8373. Our professional team is ready to assist you with all your lighting needs.
Welcome back to What's Next, episode 6, and I am here with host Mr. David King Welch. And
You are so annoying right now. You are, but you're ridiculous.
So what?
So the director gave me who's Miss Arima? I know Miss Arima. If you're talking about Miss Arima from Slam. All right. So anyway, the director gave me his phone to read some of the comments from YouTube, all right?
Yes.
I can't breathe. So somebody's saying that I just jumped too much. The only one party I moved from was UNC, that's all. Maybe I should. Anyway, I'm hush there. AC is luxurious now. Yeah, AC is luxurious now, but somehow Precious turned off the AC inside this building, so it's very hot. So what is David Welch's real ulterior motive? Let me show you my ulterior motive, right? What my motive is be. Supposedly I have an ulterior motive. All right? You know, Precious, and, you know, Precious Cruikshank here, kind of Precious is in this, and what's going on here? I see the live has ended. Director, tell me if the live is okay. Hold on, I see the live has ended. I'm going to make sure it's still up because I want to see something now. Okay. So, Precious said something, Trinidad. Actually, no, Precious Cruikshank, she is the woman's chairman to the Progressive Empowerment Party. And Precious has been involved or she has been here so far for a year. So, this here is like something new right now. But Trinidad and Tobago, my motive never changed, you know. I'm still the same David Welch that wants the same thing for country. Director, play the clip. All right, pleasant good afternoon to the panelists, various persons on all social media platforms. Today, I think it was right that I came to speak about equal rights and justice and freedom for all in Trinidad and Tobago and what that actually means to me. And what I, as a youth from Laventille East Movement, want to see the country in the near future. I see a Trinidad and Tobago where we can be free to walk the streets without fear. I see a Trinidad and Tobago where equality truly matters, where one is not discriminated against based off their social class, their ethnicity, and or their gender. I see a Trinidad and Tobago where one is not discriminated against because of their political stance and or their affiliations. I see a Trinidad and Tobago where one is not discriminated against because of their skin color. I see a Trinidad and Tobago where one is allowed to express themselves and is not shamed for it and or called mad. This is what I see from my Trinidad and Tobago that sits in the South America, 11 miles off the nautical coast of Venezuela. I think it's safe to say that everyone in this room and in Trinidad and Tobago wants to see a better country. I think we all have a different stance on how that country should look like, or the way in which we should get that new Trinidad and Tobago. Well, today I say the path for that new Trinidad and Tobago is definitely hard. It's not easy. We have a lot of challenges along the way. If you require a better country, there are things that you must acknowledge. There are things that you must be willing to change. The first step to change is acknowledgement. However, when you acknowledge the problem, you must be willing to change the problem, be willing to stand up against it, or else it would all go in vain. Over the past week, we saw where I was brutally assaulted by the men and women of the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service, those that are supposed to protect and serve us with pride. I have taken notes of some comments made by persons on social media, by persons who have claimed to know me, even my own peers. And I must say that this is not the Trinidad and Tobago that my mother once told me about. This is not the paradise that I once grew up in. This is not the paradise that our ancestors were planning for us. This is not the Trinbago that I thought I would be living in today. On June 27, 2020, Trinidad and Tobago, we saw where this country was on the verge of collapse, of becoming a police state. Today, there's a pattern generating among us, and we must be willing to accept it. We must be willing to urgently address it, and we must be able to rise up against it, because this is a police state.
Director. That mohawk was high.
So, the mohawk was high. So, look your phone, Director. So, you heard what I said. It was becoming to be like a police state. And apparently it's the same thing today. Marsha Walker, unfortunately, just recognized that. But anyway, yes, Trinidad and Tobago, you've heard it all tonight. You've heard it from myself. So for those on social media, no, I only read the last comment that you read, Ron, boy. I'm not reading all your comments, Ron. I just read the last one that you put out there, Ron. And the director gave me the phone to read the comments. Normally I don't read comments that much, and Precious knows that, all right? So, but I'm glad that you're watching. We're live every Wednesday and Thursday, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Every Wednesday, sorry, not Thursday. Every Wednesday and Friday, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. So tune in. For all the support on YouTube, thanks for being there. Facebook, thanks for being there. Everybody, thanks for being there. We have exciting news coming.
Yes.
We have exciting news coming, but we're going live 8 to 9. But before we give you the exciting news, well, that's not going to be given tonight. We're going to be given at another show. But Precious, any closing words?
Guys, thank you so much again for tuning in. And don't let all our words fall on hard ground. We are giving the information and we are stating the facts. This government is not working for us, and we are clearly seeing this day by day by day by day. Just look at the fact that mothers cannot feed their children. We have our poverty rate is going up. We need to start acting and stop sitting down and staying silent. That is all. But what the UNC did today, that ain't going to do nothing.
The Progressive Empowerment Party has the plan. If you want to stop protests, or if you want your protest to mean something, initiate 14, 15, 16, and 17 Trinidad and Tobago. Go to www.peptt.com and search up and read these plans, Trinidad and Tobago. It is for a better country, it's for a brighter country, it's for a brighter Trinidad and Tobago. Read it. And if you want to know who implementing these policies, we have the team of persons that would implement these policies.
That's right.
All right, a capable team. So Trinidad and Tobago, stay safe. Do have an awesome night tonight. David Walsh-Utam, Chairman, Progressive Empowerment Party.
Precious Cruikshank, Women's Chair of the Progressive Empowerment Party.
But you kind of forget that I'm also the shadow member of Parliament for Laventille East.
Yes,
she doesn't have to finish, you know. She doesn't have to finish.
Yes, you are. And we are telling you.
Hold on. Don't say that yet. Because right after this, Trinidad and Tobago, after you get to go and sleep, after Marsha is probably having a cold from that rain that she had today, Trinidad and Tobago, we are heading to some families, firstly in, I don't want to say the area that we're going, but we're going up in Laventille. All right, so when we're going up in Laventille, we're going to talk to some family members who asked us to you know, they have some issues and they want us to address the issues, and they, by the way, they're watching this, so have a good look on your face, all right, Miss? Oh, good.
Of course, guys.
I don't realize how you're looking, so, Allah, we going home. Good night, Trinidad and Tobago, good night.